Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here with selections for Saturday the 5th of November. So, before I get into this, sit comfortably. I want to bore you to death for the next probably 10 minutes. But get yourself a cup of coffee, a can, depending what time of day it is, and sit back. First of all, please, please, please give me a quick like. That'd be absolutely fun. Just click the button I'm saying below. I'm actually pointing towards. I don't know why because I've got a screen. I've got my webcam on the screen at the moment. But anyway, that's a great start to the video. So if you can just give me a quick like, and I'm going to get straight into it. So the bets for Saturday are as follows. I've picked 6 selections in a 10 pence each way lucky 63, and I've also had a 25 pence each way accumulator. Then what I've gone for the 3 I probably liked the most and had them in a patent. So let's get into the 10 pence each way lucky 63 and a 25 pence each way accumulator. The first selection is Johnson's Blue at 6-1 in the 1 minute past 1 at Aintree, paying 4 places instead of 3. The reason I've gone for this horse is I wouldn't normally go for a horse that has won 4 on the trot and have it each way. Normally you can't even get a price about it. 6-1 may be skinny. If it drifts massively, it's probably got no chance. It's been off for 100, I believe, 12 days. That's significantly less than the vast majority of them. This race, Dice Albert, I believe, came second in it. A lot of these horses, bearing in mind it's a 3-mile hurdle, a lot of these horses, 2 of them ran in the Grand National. One of them, I believe, ran in the, do you call it Air Gold Cup? Scottish Grand National. So there's loads and loads of stamina. Well, Johnson's Blue, the reason why I've gone for that is it was in terrific form nearly 4 months ago. It's not ran since. Personally, I think it could go straight to the front and make this race a dawdle. And potentially, because there aren't many out-and-out hurdlers in this race, because a lot of them, I think, have got plans to go chasing or plans much further down the line. I think it could be turning into, I know it will be a slog, but it could be a bit of a sprint, or it could be like a half-mile sprint. That's it sounds. So I think Johnson's Blue, being an out-and-out progressive hurdler, don't get wrong, this is by far the most competitive race. I think it were rated about 80, and this is over hurdles, 80 something when it first started out, and it's now up to 120. So yeah, don't get wrong, it's got its work cut out, but I think it could, excuse me, it could set a slow pace on what could potentially be a very soft track where it could favour front runners, in my opinion, or front runners in this race. So the second selection is Spirit of the Games at 15-2 in the 11 minutes past 2 race at Aintree over the Grand National fences, paying 5 places instead of 3. Basically, this is a Dan Skelton horse ridden by Harry Skelton. It's had loads of good runs at Cheltenham and whatever. He ran the Grade 1 tracks. I know it isn't Cheltenham, but Cheltenham takes some jumping. I personally think this has got a cracking chance around these fences. And Dan Skelton, or the Skeltons in general, love a winner round Aintree. I think it's got a cracking chance. And to be fair, I do look at other tipsters, and I've seen one tip it called Lucky Loaders already. And I do like to have a look around. Don't get me wrong, that isn't the reason why I've tipped it. I actually looked at it this morning, and I do like. He doesn't pick many horses, but I do like it when he actually chooses one same as me, same as Flat Cap Callum, and also kind of 500. So yeah, that's the second selection, and I'm going so slow. I understand that. I'm going to try and speed up. The third selection is a horse I've been following for a while, and I've backed it numerous times at large prices, and it's done well for us. Phaylak at 25-1 in the 3:13 at Doncaster, paying 7 places instead of 4. This race, I believe, I think they'll be strung out by like national hunt horses. It's heavy already at Doncaster. There is some more rain forecast. I'm expecting the the race and the meeting to go ahead. Faylike has been travelling ever so well, like really well, in really bad ground for quite a while now. And I did say to viewers, I did say that, in my opinion, they've got a race set out for this. Well, in my opinion, there aren't any more races to come for this horse. This is it's got a decent handicap mark. It was rated 100 last year. It's rated about 80 something now. It's running really, really well, but it always seems to find trouble. Well, this is the last big race it can actually, in my opinion, go for, unless they've got something else planned for it. Whether it's a hurdling campaign, I don't know. But I think 25 to 1 Faylike, cracking chance. The fourth selection is Azof de Mots at 7 to 1 in the 324 at Kelso, paying 5 places instead of 3. To be fair, I really fancy this horse. I'll be perfectly honest. It's been that long since I picked it. I can't remember the actual reason why. I'll leave it in the comments once I've done the video. The fifth selection is Cold Stare at 11 to 2 in the 345 at Doncaster, paying 4 places instead of 3. This horse ran an absolute cracker last time at Redcar, and if you can remember, Redcar favours the low numbers, and it did do this day. This horse was drawn 14, and it ran an absolute cracker from an unfavourable draw. Well, it's got a more favourable draw, but obviously it's at Doncaster today, and generally it is a lowish to middle in this race. So I think it's drawn something like 4, which is absolutely fine. And finally, Carrageen Cali at 7 to 1 in the 355 at Kelso. Well, this is a National Hunt flat race. Well, the Nick Alexander stable won it last year with a 7-4 chance called Donny Boy. That horse won by 15 lengths. Well, this horse has never ran before, but it also runs in a first-time hod. I did notice in the comments, Racing Post comments, they did say watch the market, and obviously that's not the reason why I picked it. But the fact that they won the race in a 7-4 favourite last year. The horse was rated, I think, a Race Post rated at 114, the one that won it. So they will know kind of the standard, what it takes generally to win this kind of race. And the fact they've got another runner this year in the race, I find it very interesting. So that's the first bet. So now what I've done, I've condensed those selections down into a 75 pence each way patent. And these are the 3 of my main bets. So 75 pence each way patent, Spirit of Games 15 to 2 in the 11 minutes past 2 race at Aintree, 5 places instead of 3. Faylike 25 to 1, 313 at Donny, November handicap paying 7 places instead of 4. And finally, Cold Stare at 11 to 2 in the 345, paying 4 places instead of 3. So I normally place a football bet. I will still be placing the football bet. I will update you. I will not be doing a video on it. I will leave it at the top of the comments and also in the description so you can see the bet. Yeah, that will be available from 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, Saturday morning onwards. So as I mentioned before, I've actually managed to do it before 10 minutes. Hey, so now I'm going to, please, as a thank you, give me a like maybe. But anyway, I appreciate everybody that listens, anybody that leaves a comment, even the ones that don't leave comments. That's absolutely fine. I understand that. So fingers crossed. Don't forget, I've put the bets on myself. They can see. It's not a photoshopped. Yep, it's all my own cash that I use. The football bet will probably come to 15, maybe £20. Just remember, you haven't got to put the exact stakes on as me. Do what's affordable for yourself, because we're living in a time now where things are just a little bit nonsense with the amount of outgoings that we're actually having at the moment. So the last thing I want you doing is spending money that you haven't got just following me. I don't want you doing that. I like you following me, but keep the stakes to a minimum. So anyway, the very best of luck. Please give me a like. Charlie Winters, over now. Good luck to everybody. Thank you very much. Cheers, mate.